Well, after a 2 year hiatus, Chelsea are back in the Champions League, and tests do not come more difficult than this. Bayern Munich at the Allianz Arena. What a stage this is. I cannot wait for the start of the kickoff, man. 2 years wait for Chelsea to be back in the Champions League and to see Reece James, our boy, our Cobham boy, lead the boys out there. This is exciting. We'll go through the team news very shortly, but for Chelsea, there's not many surprises apart from Malo Gusto coming into the side for a bit more surety in defense for Chelsea. Bayern Munich pretty much as expected, as both of Pep Guardiola's disciples go head to head. It's Vincent Kompany for Bayern Munich and Enzo Maresca for Chelsea. Well, the referee today is Spanish, Jose Maria Sanchez, who will have a look and get things up and running very shortly. This is going to be a cracking game. Top quality players all over the pitch as we're off and running at the Allianz Arena. Bayern Munich at a 4-2-3-1 here with their goalkeeper and captain Manuel Neuer. Between the sticks, a back four of, well, the two defenders, of course, of Jonathan Tah and Dayo Upamecano, now being trusted by Vincent Kompany. And on the left is Josip Stanisic, who started to make that left back spot his from Rafa Guerrero. And on the right, of course, they have got the very impressive Michael Olise, just getting a bit of challenge there. It looks like Kimmich might have just dropped into that right back spot, but it is Konrad Laimer, of course, who is the right back for Bayern Munich. Midfield pairing of Joshua Kimmich and Alexander Pavlovic, and a front three that is so electrifying in Michael Olise, Luis Diaz and Serge Gnabry, providing the service for Harry Kane. As for Chelsea, back four of Malo Gusto, Tosin Adarabioyo, Trevor Chalobah and Marc Cucurella. Midfield pairing of Reece James. Oh, that's a decent ball forward here. We'll go through the team news in a bit as Malo Gusto has found a bit of space there. And it is Pedro Neto has made the late run into the box. Good start there from Chelsea. Enzo Fernandez with his box crashing was very well marshaled there by Joshua Kimmich. Chelsea with a quick break there. Corner already. Excellent. Not a corner. It's a throw in right at the end. Enzo Fernandez is convinced that it was a corner. So is Pedro Neto. These are the kind of decisions you want to see VAR. Just have a quick look. I mean, it can be resolved in literally a second. Just have a look as to where the ball has gone. Is it close enough? The throw-in has been signaled. And Cucurella in the left back spot. We expected maybe one of Gittins or maybe Estevao to start, but this is a big, big game, and I think Enzo Maresca has gone with the trusted side here. Malo Gusto offers so much on that right-hand side, both defensively and going forward. It's pretty much the same setup as we saw in the Club World Cup, didn't we? The final that we played and absolutely dominated the champions of Europe, PSG, who are in action today against Atalanta, Liverpool and Atletico Madrid, kicking off at the same time too. We'll have an eye on all the games that are going around in the second day of match week 1. Here's Cucurella. Well, most of these Chelsea players are playing in the Champions League for Chelsea for the first time. It's just Cucurella, James. I think that's pretty much it, who has represented Chelsea under the new regime. Yeah, of course, Cole Palmer has won the Champions League with... It's a decent ball there for Upamecano. Here's Kimmich. Bayern like to dominate the ball, and they've been free scoring in the Bundesliga. That is something that Chelsea have to be wary about, not just in terms of control, but even those individual moments where Bayern have so much quality in that front four. It can cause all sorts of problems for Chelsea. Enzo Fernandez is headed to... That's a very clever pass by Neto. Enzo Fernandez shows great feet to Pedro Neto, who nutmegs Konrad Laimer. Brilliant play this on the combination there. Oh, that was a little too heavy for João Pedro, though. That move just prematurely dissolving for Chelsea. Vincent Kompany, who won the league last season, wrestling the title away from Bayer Leverkusen after Leverkusen shocked the world a couple of seasons back where they won the Bundesliga unbeaten too. Chelsea on the other hand have had a topsy-turvy time in the new ownership and now starting to see silverware, and this is where Chelsea will have to try and capitalize in terms of momentum. Now the squad is starting to get a bit more of that winning feeling. What a crowd, man. This is at the Allianz Arena. João Pedro trying to get there first. He's going to have his hands full today. Two aggressive defenders in Dayot Upamecano and Jonathan Tah. Jonathan Tah, of course, for Leverkusen, was part of that title-winning squad under Xabi Alonso. Kim Min-jae has dropped to the bench, and Bayern, of course, are without Jamal Musiala for most part of this year, and I would say a couple of months of next year too. He suffered that horrific leg break in the Club World Cup. And that's why Bayern Munich are playing with Serge Gnabry as that number 10. Otherwise, that's a Jamal Musiala position. 5 minutes on the clock. Chelsea so far have very much contained Bayern Munich. We haven't seen anything of Harry Kane yet. Rob Sanchez has had nothing to do. Chelsea making sure that the press is high and making sure Bayern cannot play out from the back comfortably. Manuel Neuer still going strong. Is he 39 this year? It's absolutely incredible. He too suffered that bad leg break. I think it was from a skiing injury. A skiing incident rather. And Reece James will be playing in that midfield spot here for Chelsea, that's for sure. Either Trevor Chalobah will push on to that right-hand side of centre-back. He is comfortable playing there. He's got the passing range too. Need that balance with that left-hand side, and that's where the likes of Cucurella really helps. Cole Palmer on the turn, beautifully done, but good work in the midfield area there. And Stanisic and Pavlovic will be looking to play in close quarters. There's a good switch out onto the left-hand side. Well defended by Trevor Chalobah. Well, Luis Diaz, the big acquisition in the summer for Bayern Munich. And Chelsea on the move here. And it's Cole Palmer on that half space. Good pass. Pedro Neto. Oh, he doesn't get the strike away. That was a chance. It wasn't Pedro Neto. It was Enzo Fernandez. Once again with the box crashing. Good play there by Cole Palmer. Finds Enzo Fernandez. How's the first touch? It's very good. He gets the shot away. That is a brilliant block by Konrad Laimer. Oh, that should have been 1-0 to Chelsea. Lost the ball in the midfield area here. And here's Olise up against Cucurella. This is going to be a very interesting battle throughout the 90 minutes. Luis Diaz is on the right-hand side too. The two wingers are just holding that right-hand side for the time being here. Pedro Neto and Enzo Fernandez both looking very bright in the early stages. Of course, Cole Palmer, the linchpin. It's Luis Diaz on the right-hand side. Ball into the box for Harry Kane's header. Well over the first warning sign for Chelsea. Header well off target, but that is what Bayern can do. They can attack in a variety of ways. That time a lot more traditional, just getting the ball into the box for Harry Kane. The likes of Tosin and Chalobah have to make sure that they're switched on here at all times. Make sure one of the centre-backs has an eye on Harry Kane. That will have to be Tosin for most of the evening. There's a very good pass there by Rob Sanchez. Oh, come on, ref. I cannot believe that. That was a perfect moment. I mean, that pass from Sanchez split the Bayern line. We're at the halfway line. Cole Palmer's on the turn. I have no idea why referee stopped play here. Look at the Allianz Arena, man. Allianz Arena, as they call it. Absolutely special. I've got a couple of my friends there, actually. Neither are not Chelsea fans, but they are watching the game live in the standing section. I'm so jealous. But fantastic game. The bright lights in Munich. Here's Upamecano. First name in the team sheet in the back line for Didier Deschamps. Dayot Upamecano. Takes a bit of a harsh reputation, but I think he's a top defender in terms of the attributes and the physicality he brings into the game. He can carry with the ball, drive into the midfield, aggressive defender. He is the full package. What a pass that is by Neuer. Beautifully switched out onto the left-hand side. Looks for the shot from distance. It's Luis Diaz. Well over. Luis Diaz had that cross on the right-hand side this time, favoring the left-hand side, drifting into the central pocket and pulling from, 35 yards, well away. A couple of shots here from Bayern Munich. Neither of them have come close to threatening Sanchez, but it's trying to get in the mood here. And this is where Chelsea will have to just start getting in the groove, use that midfield a lot more. Again, trying to bypass the press with a long ball. We saw that a lot in the league games too, especially with Joao Pedro. I mean, he is going to get very little joy against this centre-half pairing. We need to try and be a little more cuter, a little more clever in terms of our approach play. Good switch out there by Upamecano. Beautifully done. Onto the left-hand side. Here's the left-back Stanisic. No challenge on him whatsoever. Kane with a good touch. Chelsea looking to clear. Enzo Fernandez's touch. Joao Pedro, beautiful first touch, but gets away from him. Well, 10 minutes on the clock here. Bayern Munich now just with a slight upper hand after Chelsea had, I would say, a half chance. The best one so far in the game. Enzo Fernandez's shot, which was blocked by Konrad Laimer for a very quick break down that right-hand side. Here's Pavlovic with the face mask. Alexander Pavlovic, powerful runner into the box. Great work there. Chelsea defend well. Caicedo, good first touch, but gets away from him. Here's Gnabry, and it's wide again. Serge Gnabry finding a bit of space. I don't think Kompany is happy with Bayern's shoot-first approach here. Again, Caicedo won that first time, but he couldn't find the accurate pass to Joao Pedro, and then Chelsea are in a bit of trouble. They'll be happy that Gnabry decided to shoot from there on his left foot too. Again, a long ball forward. This time Joao Pedro has the run on Jonathan Tah. He'll find a lot more joy here compared to the other side. Here's Enzo Fernandez. Good pass to Pedro Neto on the left-hand side. Oh, the pass is not accurate. It's cleared away by Laimer. Cucurella's had a cushion to Pedro Neto. Good first touch away from Michael Olise. Of course, Chelsea were linked to Michael Olise heavily before he moved to Bayern Munich. And that's when Chelsea subsequently went for Pedro Neto from Wolves. Similar price range. Cole Palmer, what a pass onto the right-hand side to Malo Gusto. First time ball in, well defended. The front post by Dayot Upamecano. It's Enzo Fernandez who's attacking that front post. He is making those runs into the box time and time again. It just feels like a matter of time before he gets that contact. The two Bayern defenders have had to do a lot more defending than the Chelsea backline so far. First corner of the match here for Chelsea. Scored 3 corners against West Ham. Against Fulham too, we started off. That's a good pass by Caicedo. Oh, and it's Cucurella's header. It's off target, but good move there. Caicedo with a very clever chip pass. Stanisic is caught napping. Cucurella, well, he's got his goal-scoring touch last season. We saw that from open play, how dangerous he can be. Just saw a glimpse of that there with the first choice Spanish left-back. How he has turned his Chelsea career around. I thought last season he was our second-best player, just behind Moises Caicedo. The consistency he showed in every game was just remarkable. The tactical adaptability, he can play in midfield, left back, left centre back, push forward, get into the box and score goals. Wow, what a transformation. Again, these are long balls used by both keepers to beat the press. Manuel Neuer is doing the same thing. He has Gnabry switches the ball. It's far too much there for Olise, and that's something that Cucurella will have to be a bit more careful. Olise had a lot of space between him and the fullback. Fortunately, the pass doesn't find the Frenchman. Ooh, Tosin takes charge of the situation. Here's Chalobah trying to drive forward. Let's see Chelsea build out the back here. Reece James in a now familiar midfield role. Risky pass by Tosin, but Cole Palmer turns magnificently well. Surely a foul, but he picks his head up and nearly finds Pedro Neto. Good defending by Laimer again. He's been switched on. The Austrian fullback rather. Good pass again to Olise. It's been a real furious pace. Very good defending there by Cucurella, but he gives it as a handball. It's not much distance between the two, but good closing down there by Marc Cucurella. Yep, hits against his arm, but it's Olise who pushes that forward. Reece James just having a word with the referee. The Bayern fans are up for it. They'll want to get their Champions League season up and running. They've been flawless in Bundesliga, as expected. They've been scoring a bucket load of goals. 6-0 was it, the first game against Leipzig? And it was a 3-2 victory away from home. Can't remember the opponent. And then a 5-0 victory against Hamburg. Yeah, they'll just walk Bundesliga again, won't they? Not very busy in the transfer window, but considering what's happening with the other clubs, especially Leverkusen, my word, what has happened to their club in a 2-year span? Decimated. Free kick here for Bayern Munich. It's Joshua Kimmich. He lets it go. They've taken it short though. It's Michael Olise. No one's closing him down. He's chipped that towards the far stick. Oh, it's too much on it. Chelsea fall asleep there. It's a bit of better defending towards the far stick. Much needed. The whole Bayern line was offside, so Chelsea's defending was good in terms of holding the line and pushing up. And Bayern are stifling the midfield for Chelsea. They're not allowing us to play in those midfield areas. You can see Reece James, Moises Caicedo under close observation, forcing us to go long. Win the ball again here. The Bayern are doing well to just compress the pitch here. Got much more passes than Chelsea. Expect that from the Bavarian champions. Cucurella with good defending. Look at Lima pressing. My word. Brilliant. Here's Cole Palmer. Holding off the challenge of Stanisic and Pavlovic. Caicedo. Here's Cucurella now. Caicedo on Champions League nights. This is what he was built for. Him and Enzo have waited a very long time. They've been patient. Reece James with a brilliant switch out, but can't find Malo Gusto. Well, Malo Gusto, on paper, he's a right back, but for Chelsea, he'll be playing as that right wing back, almost the only player providing us width on that right-hand side. Cole Palmer might drift from time to time, but Palmer will be in the box midfield for Chelsea on that right-hand side in the half space where he was so dangerous and absolutely lethal in his first season. Pedro Neto was eased off the ball, but so tenacious. Enzo Fernandez keeps the ball. Here's Cucurella. Well, from Chelsea's point of view, the first 15 minutes, I would say going according to plan here. They've limited Bayern to pot shots from way outside. Oh, Joao Pedro looking to turn. Oh, I don't think that was a foul there by Jonathan Tah. I think he won that fair and square, but Joao Pedro is clutching his shin. Well, Jonathan Tah was trying to be as touch-tight as possible. You can see Joao Pedro just preferring going to the more physical Jonathan Tah because of the pace that Dayot Upamecano has. Oh, that's a clear foul there by Jonathan Tah. Good spot there from the referee. Painful one there for Joao. Playing his first Champions League game. From Watford to Brighton and now with the mighty Blues. Here's Cucurella. Again, options are long. It's into the channel here. Joao Pedro, once again, the willing runner, but offside. Good to see Joao Pedro back onto his feet, sprinting again. Yep, clearly offside that he was. You can see Pedro Neto also busting a gut to try and make his way into the box. Neto's so dangerous, especially when he enters the box. His ball striking is lethal. Both feet, mind you. He can really do strike it. Oh, Caicedo loses that duel to Gnabry, and he loses both of them. Gnabry very strong. And here's Luis Diaz up against Chalobah. It's Luis Diaz, lays it across. Serge Gnabry chops it onto his left foot. What a block that is by Cucurella. Oh, that is much better there by Caicedo. Oh, the foul has been given. I cannot believe it. Jose Maria Sanchez. That is a shocking decision, but looks like Joshua Kimmich has just milked that Jonathan Tah had the similar reaction to it. Let's have a look here. Oh, that is not a foul. That is absolutely not a foul. Caicedo clearly wins that. Chelsea have to shake that. And into the 20th minute, that intensity is building. It really is. Free kick here. Joshua Kimmich looking to line this one up from distance. Long way out. Kimmich keeps always got it against the referee. I mean, he has so much space. He'll have to go again. Isn't that a drop ball there when you hit it to the referee, or you just give back possession? Yeah, it is a drop ball. Oh, Chelsea again leave Olise with far too much space there. It's dangerous. He gets by, and it's 1-0 to Bayern Munich. It was coming. Michael Olise terrorizing us on the right-hand side. Chelsea fall asleep, and they are punished. Well, we saw the difference and the distance that Michael Olise was afforded to on multiple occasions. This time it's Joao Pedro who finds himself there. It looks like Dayot Upamecano has got the final touch. Very much could have been an own goal too by Trevor Chalobah, but Chelsea have only themselves to blame. Olise, quality player, skips past Joao Pedro onto his right foot. I think that's a Chalobah own goal. Let's have a look here. Yep, it's Trevor Chalobah's own goal. Olise just puts it into a dangerous area. Chelsea don't deal with it in the front post. And then you're asking for all sorts of trouble as Trevor Chalobah puts it into his own net. It's a pattern. We have seen Olise with space. And this is what he can do. He will punish us. And now Chelsea will have to go out there and score. Bayern Munich get the early goal. Nearly halfway through the first half. Get the crowd absolutely rocking. As they play Seven Nation Army by White Stripes. As that's the song that plays in the background every time Bayern Munich score. Chelsea need to get a grip of this game here. It's a bit end to end for my liking. We're not able to get the ball to stick, especially in the middle of the park. Bayern Munich have completely swamped us there. We have the numbers. Just the bravery required. Reece James trying to step in here up against Pavlovic. Again, they break our press with relative ease here. Bayern Munich on the charge. Very good defending. Malo Gusto. Excellent work by the Frenchman, but he's given the ball away very loose, and it's to Harry Kane of all people. Good defending. Caicedo fills in the gap. Well, here's Jonathan Tah. Dayot Upamecano. Chelsea have to respond here. This is where the midfield gaps will have to be minded. Enzo Fernandez, look behind you. There's so much gap. There's so much space. There's almost a triangle there. He's just trying to press Joshua Kimmich by the looks of it. Looks like he's the man that has been assigned to Enzo Fernandez. And there's a lot of space on the right-hand side half pocket because the game is completely moved onto the left-hand side. And now it's Upamecano who shifts it onto the right. Here's Lima now. Chelsea a bit thin. Once again it's Olise. This time Cucurella. Close attention being paid. Trying to play the 1-2. Oh, the flick is brilliant. Here's Kimmich on the right-hand side. Olise is absolutely balling out. And thankfully Joshua Kimmich's cross is just out for a goal kick. Well, Michael Olise, he has got the scent of blood, doesn't he? Look at this for a flick. Oh, it's just so nonchalant. Beautiful player that he is. Kimmich just trying to dig that out from a very tight angle, but well, the danger man clearly pinpointed at pre-match for Chelsea. Again, a long ball forward. This tactic is not going to work. The sooner Chelsea realize, the better. I mean, it's been a pattern for us where we do not start games where, I mean, we start decently, but we don't play the first half. Our best football definitely comes in the second half. But we cannot afford Bayern Munich to have a head start such as this. Manuel Neuer's pass is brilliant onto the left-hand side to Stanisic. Here's Jonathan Tah. Gnabry. See Gnabry just dropping in deep helping out Pavlovic and Kimmich in that midfield area. Even Kane is dropping into his own defensive half. Chelsea trying to press here, and Bayern Munich have got runners with Diaz and Olise in the wing. So as much as Kane and Gnabry are dropping deep, it's the wing play that is very dangerous. And now it's Luis Diaz drifting inside. Lets it go. They're trying to be patient here, Bayern Munich. Chelsea get into their defensive shape well here. Here's Upamecano. Olise. Cucurella trying to defend. Oh, it's Konrad Laimer. Again, Chelsea do very well. Laimer was convinced that that was a corner, but Enzo Fernandez helps out defensively. Goal kick for Chelsea. Yet to trouble Manuel Neuer whatsoever. Oh, it's a poor pass there by Cucurella. Michael Olise gets there first. That's a brilliant pass to Kane. Oh, that's very risky by Moises Caicedo. It turns into a brilliant tackle by the looks of it, but I'm sure the penalty will be given, and it is. Well, Enzo Maresca cannot believe it, and Chelsea's evening is going from bad to worse. It was a delayed decision by Sanchez, the referee. It all starts from that poor pass from Marc Cucurella. And then Caicedo has the decision. Should he engage in the tackle? Because it's Harry Kane. He's about to pull the trigger. Oh, it's a suicidal pass there. Oh, it's a foul, isn't it? By the first looks of that. Caicedo tries to reach. Ah, he's not got there. It's only contact on Kane. Well, Harry Kane has scored a bag full of goals against Chelsea when he was at Spurs. This is his first opportunity in Bayern Munich colours from the spot to make it 2-0 to Bayern Munich here. Well, this could be a very, very long evening for Chelsea. Looks like the VAR check has been complete. And it's Robert Sanchez who has to try and bail Chelsea out here. He's got a decent penalty stopping record, but Harry Kane does not miss penalties, does he? It's Kane against Sanchez. Vincent Kompany will be very pleased with how this first half has turned out here. Big moment in this match here for Chelsea. Deep breath taken by Kane. It's Harry Kane, and he slots it into the bottom corner. Sends Sanchez the wrong way, and Bayern Munich have a 2-0 advantage. Chelsea all at sea here. Well, two very much avoidable goals from Chelsea's point of view. The first one falling asleep in the set piece situation. The second one, a needless penalty conceded by Moises Caicedo, slotted in seamlessly by Harry Kane. Gets his first Champions League goal of this campaign. He's got 5 goals in Bundesliga already. They're having a look as whether or not any Bayern player was encroaching. None of them were. It's 2-0 to Bayern Munich. And this is where Chelsea will have to show their mettle. They'll have to dig deep here. They'll have to find the next goal of the match. Well, Chelsea have had an indifferent start to the league campaign. 2 wins and 2 draws. They're in 5th position. Once again, we've given the ball in midfield. Reece James has been robbed off here. Oh, thankfully, Michael Olise loses his balance. Chelsea all at sea here, trying to play out the middle. And now it's Cole Palmer who's got a lot of space here, looking to run at Bayern Munich's defense. It's Cole Palmer! What a response! Top bins by Cole Palmer! What a goal! In his 100th appearance for Chelsea, Cole Palmer gets his first Champions League goal for Chelsea, and he has absolutely roofed it into the top corner. There was a lot of talk about a couple of fouls in the build-up. We'll wait and see whether or not that materializes. That's definitely not a foul. Neither is that. I don't see the problem whatsoever. It's brilliant play from Chelsea. Cole Palmer looking to play the 1-2. Malo Gusto, unselfish, just cuts it across to Cole Palmer. The first time finish into the top corner. Manuel Neuer grasping at thin air. What about that for a response? It was looking doom and gloom for Chelsea. But Cole Palmer, brilliant. That's what he's all about. He scored that goal, the equalizer at the GTEC Stadium against Brentford when Chelsea were looking like they were in a bit of trouble in that game. He got the equalizer. Caicedo gets it to make it 2-1. Chelsea concede late, but it was Cole Palmer who was the key man. Well, Chelsea have a concern here. I hope that's not Joao Pedro. We are razor thin at the back after Liam Delap's injury. We cannot afford Joao Pedro to come off here, especially with... It looks like Jonathan Tah also picked up a yellow card in the build-up to that as... Enzo Maresca is absolutely fired up. He's picked up a yellow card for his antics on the touchline. But I don't blame him. He was absolutely fired up, and why not? There's a bit of spice to the game now, isn't it? There is a lot of spice to the game. Bayern would have thought that they would have a comfortable end to the first half. Instead, Cole Palmer pulls one goal back. Still a long way to go here for Chelsea. Still have to find that second goal. Talked about how Chelsea's first half pales in comparison compared to how well we play in second half of games. It's Caicedo who's so strong there. You can see it was Joao Pedro and Jonathan Tah who were involved in the tug, and you can see he waved play on, which is brilliant from the referee on the right hand side. The space was there, which has been opening up on a couple of occasions for Chelsea. Malo Gusto should just be switched on to make those forward runs. Oh, what a first touch that is by Joao Pedro. Has to find the pass to Pedro Neto there on the left-hand side. Surely it's Chelsea ball, no? Yep, Jonathan Tah picked up a yellow card. I'm not sure whether or not Moises Caicedo picked up a yellow for the challenge on Harry Kane. Caicedo does well. Under pressure, Gusto has to be careful, and he is. So does Rob Sanchez. Chelsea have to be not just measured. Oh, that's very nicely done there by Caicedo. They'll have to be more than careful. They'll also have to be brave here. That goal will give them a lot of confidence. Just give the ball to Cole Palmer whenever in trouble. He's waiting for runners. Cole Palmer will have to do it by himself. Tries, almost succeeds. But you can see Cucurella touch tied to Michael Olise. That's what we want to see. Oh, come on. That's a yellow card there by Michael Olise. That is dangerous play. That is terrible for Michael Olise. He was never winning that two-handed shove, especially with Cucurella at full clip. Doesn't look like dangerous play because it's just a shove, but when somebody is running at full clip, you have no real intention to go after the ball. Get away with that one. Joao Pedro's hold-up play is being tested. Oh, what a turn that is from Joao. Chests it down, and then the challenge. It's brilliant from Joao Pedro. Surely a foul there by Michael Olise. That has to be a yellow card. That's two fouls in less than a minute. Oh, that's just sensational play by Joao Pedro. Well, that is surely Michael Olise's last foul here. Well, to Olise, there's nowhere really for him to go, but Joao Pedro, absolutely ridiculous footballer, just brings it down on his chest. Lovely roll. Oh, what a pass that is to Pedro Neto on the left-hand side here. His first touch is decent. Pedro Neto into the box. Ooh, look for the cutback. Pedro Neto onto his right foot now. It's Moises Caicedo. That's a poor shot. Well, the Ecuadorian full of confidence after that goal against Brentford. That occasion, nowhere near the target. Here's Jonathan Tah. 2-1 to Bayern Munich. This game has had everything so far. It has absolutely delivered. Here's Elise. He's dropping deep, but Pedro Neto helping out, which we want to see a lot more. Elise needs to be doubled up, then so be it. And pressure being applied by... Look at the shift that Joao Pedro's put on here. I mean, considering we play Manchester United on Saturday, we're going to get absolutely no rest in this match. United will be fresh with a week's rest. Looking to continue Chelsea's pain at Old Trafford. Haven't won there since 2013. It's a ridiculously long record in Manchester United's worst period. Good win there by Cucurella. Joao Pedro helping out, which in the right position. What a pass that is by Moises Caicedo. Reece James now looking to carry. Here's the skipper. Oh, the pass is a little off the wavelength to Pedro Neto. Much better there by Reece. Bit of strong carry in the midfield area. Oh, that is brilliant from Caicedo. The acrobatics. Here's Reece James being put under immense amount of pressure. Enzo Fernandez clashing with Lima, but Chelsea have the ball. And Caicedo's interception was absolutely ridiculous. It was almost like the scorpion kick, but in a defensive manner. 60-40 in favor of Bayern. The ball possession. That's a good pass to Malo Gusto. Oh, the strike. It's straight at Deo Upamecano. It's Pedro Neto. Chelsea having a couple of shots. That one by Neto sailing over the crossbar. Brilliant play again by Cole Palmer. And then on the right-hand side, the carrying ability by Malo Gusto. Very much on show. Chelsea growing into the game a whole lot better. That Cole Palmer goal, soon after Harry Kane scored from the spot, was a much-needed tonic for Chelsea. Well, Upamecano and Jonathan Tah have both had their hands full because of Joao Pedro's hold-up play. Need to try and get a lot more support in and around him. He's having to do so much work by himself. Here's Upamecano. Look at Serge Gnabry. He's dropping in between the two centre-backs and driving with the ball. Pretty much carte blanche in the central areas for Serge Gnabry. Beautiful football here from Bayern. Harry Kane's first touch is just brilliant. Here's Olise on the right-hand side. Shakes off a couple of players. Forced to go back to Kimmich. They keep the ball here, Bayern. Chelsea back into the defensive shape. That clip pass by Olise is so dangerous on his left foot. That's something that Chelsea have to be wary about, where he just floats it into the box. Cole Palmer looking to apply the pressure. Jonathan Tah does well. Beautifully done there by Bayern Munich. Reece James trying to be touch tight to Serge Gnabry, and that's why you saw Reece being a bit more advanced in that position, because he's trying to follow. Oh, that's a brilliant pass by Olise. It's Lima is just wide. Well, Chelsea cannot cope. Michael Olise is causing Chelsea all sorts of problems. Look at this first touch. It's absolutely filthy, and the through pass is exquisite. It's Konrad Lima who's made that run onto the right-hand side. It feels like if it was Harry Kane, you're probably looking at 3-1 to Bayern. Michael Olise, he is balling out. This is where we need Pedro Neto to now start to double up here. It's way past concerning now. It's time for Chelsea to be a bit more precautionary heading into the halftime break. Keep it at 2-1. Try and attack the second half. Bayern cannot have the third. 7 minutes plus stoppage time remain, and what has been an outstanding game of football. Intriguing battles all over the pitch. Good pass by Cucurella to Caicedo. It's to Cole Palmer. The space has opened up. If he picks his head up, Gusto had a lot of space. Palmer's pass is heavy. Neto gets it into the box. Well, if he had just picked his head up, difficult for Palmer, but it was a reverse pass with a bit of air into it. And that's probably where Malo Gusto had acres of space. Bayern play out the Chelsea press so well. Look at that football. It's beautiful. It's Olise in a central area to Luis Diaz. Diaz. Oh, the pass to Pavlovic is not good enough, and the cross from Pavlovic is equally poor. Chelsea get away with that one. Here's Gnabry. Again, no one putting pressure. Oh, Malo Gusto, what a challenge. I really hope that's not a penalty, because that is a magnificent last-ditch interception from Malo Gusto. Again, no pressure on the ball. This is shocking from Chelsea, man. Cucurella has to get tighter. It's happened on multiple occasions. Serge Gnabry. Well, Cucurella is having to keep a close eye on Olise. Olise might have drifted into the central area. He's trying to follow him. And then it's Gnabry who's had all the space on the right-hand side, and no one's there. Pedro Neto. This is where he'll have to just tuck in for the next 6.5 minutes or so and just lock in as an auxiliary fullback here. Michael Olise. He's caused Chelsea so many problems, and what a pass! And it's Harry Kane who blazes his effort over, but it's a courtesy of a brilliant block by Tosin Adebayo. Well, something's got to be done about Michael Olise. He's been the best player on the pitch by far. It's a corner for Bayern Munich. 5 minutes plus stoppage time remain in the first half. Michael Olise is having one of these games where everything that he's pulling off is not just working, but it's absolutely on the money. And that's where it could get very dangerous for Chelsea. So Olise with the corner. Takes it short to Gnabry. Again, it's 2-on-1. Chelsea fall asleep again. It's Kimmich's ball in. It's headed away by Reece James. Delivery was poor there by Kimmich. You expect a whole lot better, but Chelsea falling asleep in these situations. Good work again by Malo Gusto. He's done his defensive job very well. Might be another corner for Bayern. I don't think this one will be shot. Olise and Gnabry were left 2-on-1 there. Chelsea have to be a lot more switched on. Bayern don't have too much size and power in the box. Jonathan Tah and Dayot Upamecano, of course, with Harry Kane are threats. Chelsea have to go man to man here. Make sure that the blockers at least put in a... I'm looking at Upamecano and Jonathan Tah. Both are not being picked up by bigger players here. Kimmich's ball in. Sanchez punches. Olise! Oh my word! It's just wide. It's on the bounce. It squirms wide. Well, the way Michael Olise is playing, you wouldn't be surprised if that nestled into the bottom of the net. That was not convincing goalkeeping by Sanchez. Doesn't get the distance. Straight onto the left boot as well of Michael Olise. And it's just wide. Well, hectic times here for Chelsea. 3 minutes plus stoppage time remain. Again, forced to go long. I really do feel for Joao Pedro, man. He's just fighting wrestling battles here. Chelsea are not even bothering to try and play out the midfield. Bayern have completely nullified that. Lovely play there by Kane. Again, Bayern just congest those central areas. Gnabry, Kane, all just playing as number 10s and floaters. All the space on the wide side. That's where they isolate Olise. What a pass that could turn out to be by Enzo Fernandez, but it's far too overhit. Expect better there from Enzo. Well, the good news is Chelsea are just a goal behind. The bad news is Bayern very much and very easily could have had maybe another goal. But the manner of which we conceded our 2 goals is disappointing. I mean, an own goal and a penalty. Feels like we could do a lot better. Again, it's Diaz who's popping up in the number 10 position. Bayern so fluid, but Olise very much on the right-hand side. Cucurella trying to fend him off there. Good defending. Concedes the corner. Marc Cucurella had to just watch the feet of Michael Olise there. Olise's dribbling is elite, but his passing is just out of this world. The scoops, the first time through pass. I mean, he's got the weight of pass to perfection too. Good ball into the box. Oh, Sanchez drops. Oh my word. Sanchez trying to showcase his aerial dominance. He gets there first. He concedes the corner. Could have been a whole lot worse. Chelsea need the half-time whistle swiftly now. We are on the ropes here. Sanchez, please. 2 punches, and both of them could have very easily turned out to be goals. We conceded 2 against Brentford, 2 against Bayern. That defense is now starting to be opened up here. Kimmich's ball in. Upamecano's header. Tosin heads it away. It'll be back to Kimmich. Could have loaded it back first time. Instead, it's Lima now to Gnabry. Chelsea almost waiting for half-time here. Look at that. We are just pinned into our own box here. This is dangerous. No pressure on the ball. It's floated into the box. It's Upamecano's header. It's a real mess. It's Malo Gusto again who defends well, but the offside flag coming to our rescue. I think it was Jonathan Tah who had made the run. It's the fraction too early there. Yep. I think he's just leaning forward. Palmer might have played him onside. 2 minutes of stoppage time. Could not come sooner here for Chelsea. Michael Olise has been the star of the show for Bayern Munich. As for Chelsea, we've had just the one real big moment of quality going forward. That was from Cole Palmer, who pulled a goal back at a very crucial moment where Bayern Munich were just starting to flex their muscles on us. Another brilliant pass to bypass the Chelsea midfield. It's just outstanding football, and thank goodness they can't complete the pass to Luis Diaz. Heading into the final minute of added on time here in the first half. Well, changes for Chelsea. We're already a bit conservative. I know that Estevao might, or Jamie Gittins, Alejandro Garnacho, all options off the bench. If we need a goal, again, we try to play out the back. It's pretty poor. I think the way that Bayern Munich have nullified our midfield has been outstanding. They have not allowed us to build out the back. Olise surely onside. No, yep, he's onside. Bayern threatening. Pavlovic on the left-hand side. Luis Diaz. He's so tricky. It's Lima. Olise. Bayern looking to end on a flurry here. It's Olise. His shot takes another deflection of Cucurella. And this will be the final action of the first half. It's a corner for Bayern Munich. Well, you've seen Rob Sanchez have 2 nervy moments already from Bayern corners. This one has to be better here. 2 minutes have been played of added on time here. Last action of the first half. Deep breaths for the Chelsea defenders. João Pedro's needed here as Ulises floated it in, and that's a good catch there by Sanchez. Well, I think that will be that for the first half. Well, that was breathless of a first half action. An enjoyable first half if you're a neutral. You're seeing goals, and Bayern Munich with a 2-0 advantage looking to romp past Chelsea after an own goal from Trevor Chalobah and a Harry Kane penalty after Moises Caicedo conceded the foul in the box. England number 9 and captain had no problem slotting into the bottom corner. Chelsea were on the ropes at that moment, and at a crucial time, 2 minutes later, Cole Palmer side-footed into the top corner to pull a goal back. But since we scored, it's been all Bayern Munich, and Chelsea will be happy going into the halftime break down at 2-1. Well, a stern test for Chelsea at the home of the Bavarian champions, and really have put in an excellent performance. Kompany will be pleased with the way that his team have gone out there and really showed you why they're trying to take that next couple of steps into the European elites. They would have felt they were a touch disappointed against Inter Milan in the quarterfinals last season. But this time they'll be hoping to at least make the semis. Well, this would be a good time to check the other results, what's been happening in match week 1, day 2 of the Champions League. Of course, tomorrow there are two interesting games. One's the one between Napoli and Manchester City. Kevin De Bruyne going back to his old club, and then Newcastle hosting Barcelona. And that's the game that I want to do for the watch along. That would be absolutely fiery encounter. Inter Milan lead 1-0 at Amsterdam. Thuram scoring in the 42nd minute. Liverpool lead 2-1 against Atletico Madrid. They had two early goals, and very, very early goals. Robertson scoring in the 4th minute, Salah in the 6th, and Marcus Llorente scoring in the 48th minute, 45 plus 3, to pull a goal back. 2-1 for Liverpool. PSG, the reigning defending Champions League holders, Marquinhos and Kvaratskhelia, the 2-0 advantage against Atalanta. Ivan Juric, let's have a look at his team. Used to like watching Atalanta under Gasperini. They were really attacking and he did play fluid football. See that ex-Chelsea player Mario Pasalic is very much a fixture for Atalanta. There's De Roon, there's Maldini as the centre forward. Of course, the son of Paolo Maldini. But from Chelsea's point of view, I don't think there's much you can do in terms of the structure, because this is pretty much how we have to play. Because if you're going to bypass the midfield, then we might have to withdraw maybe Reece James or Malo Gusto, either one of the right backs, drop Enzo into the midfield, and then maybe put on another attacker in Estevao, Gittins, or Alejandro Garnacho. Because if you're not going to be using the midfield, but if we pull out a midfield player like Reece James there, Bayern Munich already have just finding spaces in our midfield pocket. The way that they've played between our press has been superb at times. Enzo Maresca will have to put on a coaching performance here if Chelsea are to at least pick up a point. I think if you had offered me maybe a point before kickoff would be, I'd say, you know what, fair result. But having got here, we'll want to really make that step. Like I mentioned before, it's going to be tricky. Very, very tricky for Enzo Maresca as to how he tries to beat this tactical press. Because something's got to be done about the midfield. We've got the box midfield. We've got Reece, Caicedo, Palmer, and Enzo Fernandez. Is there a chance that maybe... Yeah, I'm not sure. I don't think bringing on Andres Santos is a solution, because we're not really grabbing hold of the game. Well, does Enzo Maresca decide to be brave here? Does he pull out a midfielder and go with someone like Estevao, Gittins, or Garnacho? either way. But I thought Chelsea started the first half very well. I thought Enzo Fernandez's chance was the best one that we had in the early stages. Well picked out by Cole Palmer, but the defending there on that occasion by Conrad Laimer was excellent. I thought Chelsea played well in just patches, but we need to have a bit more sustained period where we have to try using our athleticism a lot more, try and take advantage against Bayern Munich. So I think the way that Pavlovic, Kimmich have controlled that midfield area has been excellent. The way that they've bypassed our press, the way that they've played through our press particularly has been very impressive. So that's something that Enzo Maresca will have to definitely watch out on. But I feel Joao Pedro is far too isolated and we're forced to play these long balls to him. To his credit, he's done very well on a couple of occasions, but it isn't a sustainable tactic because he's got two giant of centre halves absolutely on him, and we need to try be a bit more clever. We need to use that midfield, just start getting the passing going, be a bit more braver on the ball. And I think we can get a bit more joy against Bayern Munich. A lot more, try and take advantage against Bayern Munich. So I think the way that Pavlovic, Kimmich have controlled that midfield area has been excellent. The way that they've bypassed our press, the way that they've played through our press particularly. A couple minutes left here for Chelsea. Well, it's getting a bit heated. It's going to be exciting though. What I want to see Chelsea is to be brave. Be brave, go out there. Start trusting the passing. I think they need to just be a bit more calm on the ball. It feels a bit more rushed, far too rushed in the midfield areas, and that's where we need to take advantage. Trust the press resistance of our players. Reece James, a bit more from him. I think it would be. We've seen a few patches, I think, at best, where he's like driven with the ball, but he's got to use his frame, stiff arm a few players, and create separation, get those passing going in the midfield area. Really will hold us in good stead heading into the second half. Again, Enzo will not look to panic, Enzo Maresca that is, in terms of making any hasty changes. Just a few more minutes away from the start of the second half. Did I miss any of the scoreline from the other games? Is there an early kickoff today? I think it was Slavia Prague against Bodo Glimt. Yep, Inter 1-0, Bayern lead 2-1, Liverpool lead 2-1 against Atletico Madrid, PSG 2-0 up. Tomorrow the games: Man City host Napoli, Newcastle United host the mighty Barcelona. And then we have Premier League action, which continues on Saturday. It's the big one between Manchester United and Chelsea. And on Sunday, Arsenal hosts Manchester City. So what a week of football this is. Champions League group stage just throws out these big fixtures early on. Yesterday the game between Real Madrid and Marseille was a brilliant game, man. I thought it was, in terms of a spectacle, there was a lot of subplots. The way that Roberto De Zerbi, with the limited funds and tools that he has at his disposal, is an absolutely brilliant coach. You'll be disappointed because they had the man advantage after Dani Carvajal got a straight red card, but then to concede a penalty which was not a penalty would have got De Zerbi absolutely fuming. When you play Real Madrid, kind of know in the back of your mind that the players should be ready for the start of the second half. Chelsea looking for a route back here. Trevor Chalobah's own goal and Harry Kane's flawless penalty gave them a 2-0 advantage. And then Cole Palmer, 2 minutes later, pulled a goal back in typical Cole Palmer fashion on his 100th game for Chelsea, scoring his first Champions League goal for the Blues. Well, Harry Kane continues to score against us. Keeps that record going as a defensive change coming here by Vincent Kompany. See that Upamecano is making his way back onto his pitch, which means that Jonathan Tah is a likely candidate who will be coming off for the second half. And the Korean centre half, Kim Min-jae, formerly of Napoli, now has lost his place in the starting 11. He was bought under Thomas Tuchel, if I remember correctly, £50 million, something on that ilk. Started off well, but I think he's just teetered away, now trying to win the trust of the coach back here. Yep, Kim Min-jae is coming on. And Jonathan Tah is coming off. Jonathan Tah on a yellow card. Not going to be taking any sort of chances here, Vincent Kompany. Not give Chelsea any sort of initiative. Proactive management there by Vincent Kompany. Number 3 replaces number 4. Now the centre-half pairing of Kim Min-jae and Dayot Upamecano will be something that Joao Pedro will have to try and figure out here. Malo Gusto justifying his start. I think defensively he's been very good. He's got the assist for the Cole Palmer goal. He's had a good game. Need a lot more of the Chelsea boys to just step up here. And we're off and running for the start of the second half. Chelsea from left to right trying to find a way back into this contest here. Joao Pedro's chest down is brilliant. Just like that, we bypassed the Bayern press with a long ball from Sanchez. Better here from Chelsea, trying to grab a hold of the midfield immediately in the second half. This is where we'll need the centre halves to be brave. Just try and jump out. As I mentioned before, the positioning of Harry Kane and Serge Gnabry is worrisome for our centre backs because they're playing as floating tens. Brilliant first touch by Cole. Trying to find Joao Pedro. As I said, that they are creating man advantage. What a pass that is by Moises Caicedo. Gusto's first touch is not good enough. Still has the ball in play. What a pick out that was by Moises Caicedo, but the offside flag comes up belatedly. Yep, he was miles offside. Good pick out though by Moises Caicedo. That's the kind of bravery, that's the kind of forward thinking passing that we need. If we can't find those forward passes, absolutely no problem. Look at that, who's on the bench there. Formerly of Chelsea colours, Nico Jackson. I had a lot of time for Nicholas Jackson at Chelsea. Between both boxes, he was a special footballer. There's a reason why Bayern Munich have gone for him. Second choice, but I mean, he's a special player, but yes, that shooting mechanics, if he can sort that out at Bayern with some of the coaching or just experience or watching maybe Harry Kane, I mean, there's the guy who's got unlimited potential, and I do not say that lightly. His hold up and link up play is special. But his finishing, again, Manuel Neuer looks so comfortable on the ball. Here's Pavlovic inverting, I wouldn't say inverting, but almost moving on to the left back spot. That's a brilliant challenge there by Trevor Chalobah. Monstrous in the air. That's a good through pass. Kane doesn't have the pace. Lucky for, oh, it was Luis Diaz that too. Oof. Wasn't Kane. I think it is Stanisic who has come up second best after that aerial duel with Trevor Chalobah. I think he just landed awkwardly more than anything else. I don't think there's too much Chalobah could have done. He's in the air. He's not out of control. Just saw one because I think his knee catches the side of the leg there for Stanisic. It's a painful one for the Croatian. They do have Rafa Guerreiro on the bench if Bayern Munich want more of a forward-thinking left back, but I think Josip Stanisic should be fine. Better from Chelsea, but again, Bayern Munich, the way that they break so quickly with those swift passes in the midfield areas does cause concern. Joao Pedro trying to hold and roll the challenge, which he does. Reece James, good pass onto the right hand side to Cole Palmer. He's holding the width there. Strange decision by Cole. Much better there by Reece. Nips in to win the challenge. That's exactly what we need from Reece James. A lot more bite in midfield. Get touch tight, use that body, use that physicality. Beautifully played. Oh, Kim Min-jae steps out. Excellent from the defender who's just come on. Joao Pedro, oh, that's Malo Gusto rather. Superb. He's been flawless, I think. In the Sanchez long ball, is it accurate? Oh, it's more than accurate. It's not accurate really. Gusto will have to do so much. Look, Gusto was defending there and then he's just sprinted about 40 or 50 yards. He's putting a selfless display here. I think that is Stanisic again. Company might be forced to make the change. So already made one change at the back. It might have been precautionary, but I don't think Stanisic will be able to continue here. Yep, you can see there Trevor Chalobah. It's his knee that catches. Oh, that is a very painful one. It's caught him on the soft part of the side of the knee. There's no protection there. And when the opposition's knee goes with force and thrust, oh, that is a very sore one. I think his knee just buckled as soon as the ball was played in the air. Well, it is not the obvious choice of Rafa Guerreiro. Instead, it is Sasha Boye who's going to replace Stanisic. He's a good player, isn't he? Sasha Boye. Again, he was a signing under Thomas Tuchel. He was playing for Galatasaray, if I'm not mistaken. The French fullback will slot in comfortably at the left back. He is comfortable playing in both sides, but this is where Chelsea will have to test him quickly. Cole Palmer will have to drive at him, make it as uncomfortable as possible. 5 minutes into the second half. Been slightly better. As I mentioned earlier in the stream, Chelsea get significantly better in the second half of games. We can't continue having poor first halves though. Thought we started the game very well. That Enzo Fernandez chance, the highlight of the early start. Since the Cole Palmer goal, Chelsea have very rarely played some football, but this is much better here. Patience. Beautiful from Joao Pedro. Oh, what a turn. And the through pass to Pedro Neto. Tries to go around the outside. Oh, that's just special play by Joao Pedro. It's Reece James. It's Reece James. Oh, that's a P-roller of an effort. No power whatsoever. Look at this touch from Joao Pedro. My goodness. You've seen that on multiple occasions. Caicedo sweeps up in midfield. This is exactly what we want to see here. Just take control of the midfield. You can see the line is slightly higher from our defenders too. Trying to compress and reduce the distances between the lines. Here's Reece James. Good switch of play there. Beautiful pass. Inch perfect to Pedro Neto. Enzo Fernandez helps out. Pedro Neto looking to drive, and he does exactly that. Sasha Boye helps out defensively. Good job there by the French defender who's just come on. Not easy up against the pace and tenacity of Pedro Neto. But much, much better this from Chelsea. Chalobah, Palmer. Palmer's dropping much deeper, almost like Serge Gnabry. You can see Reece just dropping between the two centre halves. It's a good strategy. This allows Moises Caicedo maybe to just get a touch forward to try and impact the game. Long ball by Sanchez, well intercepted. It's Joao Pedro again who's been swiped at, but fairly in the eyes of the referee. Here's Elise. You can see Cucurella immediately challenging him and tracking him all the way there. Cucurella having to drop, well, nearly sprint 30 yards to follow in the opposite direction, mind you. Much better. Very good pass. Joao Pedro getting a lot more joy. Feeds it onto the right-hand side. Here's Cole Palmer up against Serge Gnabry. Oh, the clip pass had nothing really on it. It's a bit risky from Bayern. Upamecano clears. That's calmly done by Marc Cucurella. Exactly what you want to see. Decent touch by Neto. He's lost the ball though. Here's Kimmich. Cleverly plays that onto the right-hand side. It looks like Sasha Boye is going to be playing as the right back from the early looks of it. Maybe Konrad Laimer just slots in at left back. Interesting. Ooh, it's risky from Tosin. Oh, Caicedo, brilliant. Oh, nearly finding a tremendous through pass there, Moises Caicedo. Joao Pedro, a bit forceful, but fair according to the referee. Moises Caicedo's touch there was sumptuous. Oh, Reece has lost the duel, so has Cucurella, and it's 3v3 here. Chelsea in real trouble. Harry Kane, he's got support. It's Luis Diaz, shifts it, shoots, but it's straight at Rob Sanchez. No power, no direction there from Luis Diaz. Now Chelsea looking to mount a surge forward. That's a clear foul by Serge Gnabry, and that has to be a yellow card. He stops in clear and obvious counter-attack. Enzo Fernandez does very well to shield the ball. There was good defending there by Malo Gusto though. Doesn't fall for the step overs. He knows that Luis Diaz wants to shift that onto his right foot and shoot. 10 minutes into the second half, Chelsea much improved. Oh, what a nutmeg that is from Palmer. Brilliant. And then the no-look pass. Palmer now playing with that aura and intensity now. Here's Cucurella. Pedro Neto again, direct running down the left-hand side. Sacha Boey is an athletic fullback, so Pedro Neto will have to use a bit more guile rather than pace. The game's still very much open. Enzo Maresca will be pleased with the way that the boys have come out in the second half here. The balance looks a whole lot better. The line that we are holding is good. Midfield a whole lot more involved. Caicedo around the corner pass. Doesn't find the man there, but Bayern now just struggling to get into this game. Well, the incentive is on Chelsea to go out there and score the goal. Bayern can hold their shape and try and play on the counter-attack against Chelsea. That can work too. They've got pace. Gnabry, Olise and Diaz. Oh, they've played that very well, but Lima doesn't have the pace to go past Tosin. Oh, the run by Harry Kane on his left foot. Tries to hit that between the legs of Sanchez. It's a very good save by the goalkeeper. Chelsea getting caught cold on the counter-attack. This pass by Luis Diaz is so clever. Konrad Lima knows he doesn't have the pace. He commits Tosin, and then he just waits for Harry Kane to make that run on his left-hand side. Kane duly obliging. At first touch, gets it onto his left foot. Gets decent amount of power on it, but it's straight at Sanchez. It's Bayern's first corner of the second half. And Chelsea having done well to keep Bayern for the next 10 minutes. He just feels that Bayern just might get back into this. Here's Olise again, lot of space, ball into the box. Very good header. Is that João Pedro? Just might be. João Pedro's defensive work cannot be minimalized. What a pass that is by Manuel Neuer to Upamecano. Both in advanced positions there, but Chelsea have the throw in. Again, the good news, like it was towards the end of the first half, the scoreline is still 2-1. Bayern have had the best opportunity with Harry Kane's effort, the closest that either team have come in the second half to either extend the scoreline here. Bayern have had to make two substitutions. Jonathan Tah came off at half-time for Kim Min-jae, and Sacha Boey coming on for Josip Stanisic, who got a very sore knock with that aerial challenge from Trevor Chalobah. Konrad Laimer is just playing left back like it means nothing. I mean, he played as centre midfielder for Leipzig, didn't he? Now playing as a right back, switching to left back. Just the kind of versatility that the modern game demands, doesn't it? You need a couple of players who can do that in your team. He's one of them for Bayern Munich. Here's Kim. Kimmich. Chelsea forcing Bayern to play the ball backwards here. This is better. Neuer's pass. His passing, his accuracy must be 95%, isn't it? Even with those long balls forward. Sacha Boey looks like a real unit. On the right hand side, Reece James helps out, but it's Sacha Boey. Clever. Good play this. Surely 3-1. It's another magnificent save. Michael Olise should have scored. Chelsea getting carved open. After all the good work in the second half, Rob Sanchez has had to pull out two big saves to keep it at 2-1. Sacha Boey lays it off to Harry Kane. The cutback is so good. Oh my goodness, the save is ridiculous from Rob Sanchez. Olise looked like he was just going to tap this into an empty net. Just a bit of power and side foot. Great agility there from Sanchez. Massive reason as to why this game has still remained 2-1. Chelsea losing their composure and their shape again now. João Pedro having to do so much. Kim Min-jae is powerful. Chelsea do have the ball again. Here's Caicedo. Tosin. Chalobah. Gusto, first time ball on his left foot. Strange decision there. Trying to catch the Bayern line by surprise. 30 minutes plus stoppage time remain here. Bayern Munich would feel that they probably deserve the third. 12 attempts to 7, 4 on target to 2. Chelsea have had just the one corner. Bayern have had 6. So the stats all favouring the home side. Chelsea will know that they just need another moment of quality here. 2-2 is not the worst result at the Allianz Arena. Here's Kim Min-jae. Lima, nice turn with the ball. Luis Diaz. Reece James trying to keep a close eye on the Colombian. Here's Pavlovic. Now made his way into the German setup. Well, if you play for Bayern Munich and you're German, there's a good chance that you will play international football. Ooh, Sasha Boy again. He's looking very dangerous, but his cross, far too much on it. He's giving Chelsea another different headache here, Sasha Boy. Oh, Palmer's got robbed there by Konrad Lima. Chelsea have to be careful. Harry Kane. Well, luckily, Chelsea get back into the shape here. Danger still not averted. Luis Diaz. Joshua Kimmich. No pressure on the ball again. Switched on to the right-hand side. Olise plays that clever pass to Pavlovic. Trying to go back to Olise. Ooh, surely offside? No? Chelsea all raised their hands in unison, but the decision hasn't been given, and now the delayed flag finally been raised. Will Enzo Maresca risk it? I'm not sure. I don't expect Chelsea to make a substitution for the next 15 minutes. I think in the 75th minute we might just see one of the 3 attackers that I've mentioned before. Oh, Chelsea in real trouble and Harry Kane scores. What happened there? Chelsea caught cold. Harry Kane in acres of space. Bayern were threatening for the third goal. It was coming. Well, they were showing the highlights, the replay of the foul before. Enzo Maresca is befuddled. Bayern score again. It looks like an absolute mess at the back here. Malo Gusto's first touch is heavy. Oh, it's such a bad touch there by Malo Gusto. And you talked about a flawless game that Malo Gusto has. He had lost his balance. He panics. He just pokes the ball backwards. And it just falls into the path of Harry Kane. Opens his body up. Sidefoots it into the bottom corner. And Bayern have daylight. 3 avoidable goals conceded. Rob Sanchez is absolutely furious, and rightfully so. He's done all that he can to keep the scoreline at 2-1, and now surely Chelsea will have to make the changes, but it is Bayern who once again make another change. It's Pavlovic coming off for Leon Goretzka. This is very proactive coaching here by Vincent Kompany. Every time it feels that the momentum is on his side, he just makes a substitution. How do Chelsea respond? I mean, we need another goal. Oh, Pedro Neto's pass is absolutely suicidal in the midfield area as well. Well, Harry Kane has got a brace against Chelsea. Continues to torment the London side. Look at Kane, man. He's everywhere on the pitch. He's now in his own half, almost playing like a quarterback. Well, Kompany has made 3 substitutions, all a bit conservative, like for like. Nothing in terms of going too attacking. We have not made a single substitution. I think it's time to blink here, and blink he will. It's Andre Santos and Alejandro Garnacho coming on for Chelsea. I think it'll be for Pedro Neto and maybe even Malo Gusto and Enzo Fernandez or Reece James. I think Reese will be the one that will be sacrificed here. Because we need a goal. We need two. Good pass onto the right hand side. Again, Neuer's passing absolutely crisp. Beautifully done on the right hand side. Here's Kim Min-jae. Again, Joao Pedro and Cole Palmer haven't really combined in forward areas. Haven't seen too much of it. Maybe with the introduction of Alejandro Garnacho, we get a bit more width on that left hand side. Force Cole Palmer to play a lot more centrally. Good defending there by Malo Gusto. He'll be feeling the weight of that third goal, wouldn't he? Played so well. Good leave there by Chalobah. Reece James trying to play the 1-2 with Trevor Chalobah out of all people. Strange decision there by the skipper. Chelsea trying to step the intensity up here, but it's Bayern Munich who are keeping Chelsea at arm's length. Here's Gnabry. Andre Santos and Alejandro Garnacho, the Brazilian and the young Argentine, both waiting to come on. Trying to stay as warm and limber as possible. They've been on the sidelines for quite a bit now. Bayern have kept the ball very nicely here, and this will frustrate the life out of Chelsea. Beautifully done again, Sacha Boey and Michael Olise, causing all sorts of problems on the right hand side. Bayern, their press resistance has been absolutely top. On the left hand side, here's Luis Diaz now. Goretzka, Sacha Boey, Michael Olise. It's Olise! Oh! It is very, very close to making it 4. Michael Olise shifts it away from Marc Cucurella, who's having a torrid time against the Frenchman, and this substitution would have been moot if Michael Olise could have curled that top bins. Chelsea somehow, I wouldn't say still in the game, but have something left here. It's Pedro Neto who is going to be coming off. Like for like substitution here. Garnacho will be playing on the left. And it's Reece James who will be coming off for Andre Santos. Double substitution here by Enzo Maresca. Andre Santos, who was Liga Young Player of the Year. For what a stellar campaign he had at Strasbourg. Again, long balls forward to Joao Pedro. I mean, how many more times are we going to see that today? Here's Lima. Harry Kane. Bayern so fluid. You can see Boey and Michael Olise just trading positions here. Olise has got free range on that right hand side to operate wherever he wants. I think between him and Kane, I would say best players on the pitch. Probably, yep. Here's Lima. Luis Diaz. All 10 Bayern Munich players in the Chelsea half here. This is exactly what you don't want to see. That's the kind of dominance that Bayern have really imposed on Chelsea. 20 minutes plus stoppage time remain for Chelsea to get at least a goal back. In this situation, 3-2 is not the worst result because it looks like we're going to lose. Another brilliant pass there by Manuel Neuer. Just breaks open the lines with such composure. Here's Goretzka. Good work by Palmer. I think it is Andre Santos who's going to be operating a lot more further forward than Enzo Fernandez, but Enzo is looking to press Joshua Kimmich. Bayern just having a comfortable kick about here. Final 20 minutes. This is exactly what Bayern is supposed to do here. The 2-goal cushion. Just again, Malo Gusto is just starting to lose his head now, isn't he? Maybe just looking to run out of steam. Luis Diaz picks his head up. What a beautiful switch. Oh, it's inch perfect to Michael Olise. Brilliant football from Bayern. It's Olise. It's a brilliant block. I think that's Garnacho who helps out defensively. Oh, Enzo Fernandez with a shocking pass. Does well though for the interception. Again, another giveaway. Caicedo has to bail us out, and he does. Moises Caicedo on the left-hand side. Garnacho for the first time can drive with the ball here. Immediately onto the left-hand side to Joao Pedro. Chelsea trying to be deliberate, not trying to be rash in the attack. Andre Santos. Moises Caicedo. Santos again. Cole Palmer's playing as a right winger now. Palmer's floated ball into the box. Oh, very good defending. Garnacho was just waiting for the ball to drop to him. I think it was Joshua Kimmich with the header. Again, Olise just playing with such a languid style, nonchalance. Like he's playing with his friends on a Sunday afternoon. Here's Kim Min-jae. Kimmich to Konrad Laimer. Laimer also very good. I think this is where Cole Palmer will need to try and test Laimer a lot more. He's far from his preferred position. Okay, let's have a look at Neuer's pass here. Is it accurate? Nearly. Again, Chelsea need to show a lot more intensity here now. Santos, Caicedo, Palmer now. Threading the pass here to Joao Pedro, again by his lonesome. Good strength there by the Brazilian. Surely a foul, no? Kim Min-jae. Very rough with the Brazilian. Much better this from Chelsea between the lines. Enzo Fernandez sweeps it onto the left-hand side for Garnacho. Looking to take on Sacha Boey. Olise helping out. Enzo Fernandez looking to clip the ball in. Oh, it's a decent header. Laimer makes a bit of a meal of it, and Malo Gusto, oh, that's a clear foul. Luis Diaz might have just raked on the back of Malo Gusto's foot there. That's a foul. That's a yellow card as well. And the free kick has been given. It's a very painful one for Malo Gusto. Oh, it's a very bad one. Very, very bad stamp. Won't be given as a red card, but surely a yellow card. Luis Diaz gets away with that one for the only reason that that might be accidental. But even then, that is very, very painful. But it's a set piece opportunity here for Chelsea. We're looking at Malo Gusto's mistake again. I mean, can't make those kind of mistakes at top level football. You're going to get absolutely punished. Well, Enzo Maresca's first Champions League game not going according to plan. Roundly beaten by Bayern Munich. Less Chelsea can pull a rabbit out of the hat here. It's a free kick. Just a shade over 15 minutes plus stoppage time remain here. Chelsea need to pull 2 goals back. Enzo Fernandez, oh, doesn't beat the first man. Palmer's shot on the volley is very disappointing. Pretty much sums up Chelsea. Enzo Fernandez not had his... It's been a pretty poor game from him. Seen a few glimpses of what he's capable of doing, but be very generous to give him 6 on 10, wouldn't you? Look at Kane, man. He's taking the absolute mickey. He's dropping in deep. He's just popping passes to centre backs. Surely a foul. Harry Kane just leans on Trevor Chalobah. Chelsea trying to get a quick move on here. Cole Palmer to Andre Santos. In the substitutions, like for like more than something systemic. This is the time to maybe throw on Estevao on the right hand side. Give us a bit of lift. Something to take back. Well, it's fair to say that Bayern deserved all 3 points. Good pass there by Tosin. Cole gets nearly robbed off the ball. What a pass that is by Caicedo, but it's well won there. Andre Santos uses excessive force on Joshua Kimmich. Again, good find there by Moises Caicedo, but Kimmich's reading of the game in those channels has been top notch. Here's Caicedo. Okay, this is not good from the Chelsea midfielders. We need to keep hold of the ball. It's getting far too frantic and hectic here. There's no such deliberate play. We're just playing long balls forward. Enzo and Caicedo both losing the ball. Trevor Chalobah has been spun by Harry Kane, and now he's drifting forward. Enzo Fernandez has to put a challenge on him. Cannot allow Kane to get past him, and that's exactly what Enzo has done. Brilliant. Had to chase him down. Kane has not got the pace, but he is tenacious. Well, you've got that bit of skill by Harry Kane on Trevor Chalobah was special, wasn't it? Chalobah committing, getting absolutely ragdolled there. It seems that has done more damage to Trevor Chalobah than we first expected. Looked like he might have just lost his footing. Look at Enzo Maresca. He looks absolutely exasperated on the touchline. Would have probably wanted to make some attacking substitution instead. Might have to bring on Wesley Fofana. Don't think he will. He does bring on Estevao though. It's the change that we were hoping for. I think Malo Gusto. It's just Trevor Chalobah for Malo Gusto should be sufficient, I say. Well, Trevor Chalobah, it's before he even hits the ground, he's holding his shoulder, so not really sure what happened there. This has to be an attacking substitution. Either one of Chalobah or Malo Gusto have to come off for Estevao here. And this is as good as a time here to make the substitution. We don't. The 12 minutes plus stoppage time remain. Bayern Munich looking comfortable here. It looks like maybe Chelsea are going to make the substitution, but Estevao will have to wait. Trevor Chalobah waiting to come back onto the pitch here. Well, for the first time, Olise loses the ball, but for the nth time, Enzo Fernandez has lost the ball too. Chalobah back onto the pitch. Lovely feed here for Sacha Boey. Looking for the cutback. No one really committing to make the run into the box here. Well, if Bayern were probably 2-1 down, you'd expect 3 or 4 players to really attack the box with Kane. On that occasion, it was just Harry Kane, but it's Bayern again who look the more threatening, the more dangerous team. Here's Caicedo. And this is where Chelsea need to keep the ball short but intricate. 11 minutes plus stoppage time remain. Chelsea have a mountain to climb. They need 2 goals against Bayern Munich, who have been excellent defensively. Barring the Cole Palmer goal, I don't think they've had too much to be worried about. Shows you the levels that Chelsea have to climb in the Champions League. Here's Caicedo. Joao Pedro. Again, space on the right hand side. This is where we were hoping it was Estevao, but he's still not on the pitch here. Joao Pedro trying to combine with Cole. Another good spin there from Joao. Look at Joao Pedro having to play cage football alongside 4 players. We have done him no justice whatsoever. Again, here's Luis Diaz strolling with the ball. Gusto does well. Lovely first touch. Here's Tosin now. Enzo Fernandez. Here's Garnacho. Looking to be direct against Sacha Boey. Oh, man, just can't keep the ball whatsoever for a sustained period of time. Well, 10 minutes plus stoppage time remain. Time really is running out for Chelsea. Might as well throw on Jamie Gittins too, but it's going to be only Estevao, and it's not for a defender, it's for Enzo Fernandez. So another straight swap here. It will be Estevao who's going to be playing in that inside channel. And Chelsea swapped the captain's armband for the second time this evening. Reece James came off in the 60th, 65th minute, and now Enzo Fernandez who transfers the armband to Moises Caicedo. Not the game that we were hoping for from Enzo Fernandez. Will we see a bit of spark, a bit of magic from the 18-year-old wonder kid from Brazil, Estevao Willian. Here's Andre Santos. Well, Chelsea will have to shake the disappointment of this game very quickly, because on Saturday we go to Old Trafford, a ground where we haven't won since 2013. An absolutely ridiculous record considering the state of Manchester United since Alex Ferguson has left. And for all the troubles that Manchester United have, whenever they turn up against Chelsea, they suddenly remember that, yeah, we can play football too. Again, Neuer's passing just looks comfortable. On his left foot, decides to go long. Tosin follows Harry Kane. And Bayern controlling that midfield area very nicely. You can see there by Gusto. He doesn't know whether to stick or twist. I mean, does he go and follow? Does he keep his line? It's all a bit of a mess for Chelsea. I think it's fair to say that Vincent Kompany has done a number on Enzo Maresca. To make matters worse, Nicholas Jackson is warming up. He might just get 5 minutes per stoppage time to just add insult to injury. Here's Kim Min-jae. Upamecano on the right hand side, looking for the first time ball. Here's Caicedo. Ken might have looked for Cole Palmer here. Chelsea still playing backward passes. Again, look at Bayern's press. It's relentless from them. It's another long ball. Again, it's to Gusto. I mean, these long balls in theory might work in Enzo Maresca's head, but it hasn't worked whatsoever. Malo Gusto is the spare man on the right hand side, but he's having to do far too much. Bayern have dominated the midfield and they have been rewarded. But it's just the goals that we conceded, the manner of the goals which have been disappointed. Could have conceded in many other fashions, mind you. Michael Olise has been just the standout player. Look at that, off balance, finds the pass, Gnabry to Luis Diaz. This could get worse. It's Luis Diaz, and it's another magnificent save. And a delayed offside flag comes to Chelsea's rescue, but Luis Diaz, very surprisingly, shifting it onto his left foot there. He has the pace. Let's have a look. Oh, he's offside. It's a tight call there. You can understand why the linesman decided not to raise his flag, but Sanchez with yet another save. But it could have been worse. This has not been a pleasant European experience. A return back to the European elite competition after 2 years. With Bayern Munich. The last time we played Bayern Munich was under Frank Lampard. That was 7-1 on aggregate. 3-0 at the bridge and 4-1 here at the Allianz Arena, if I remember correctly. I think that was a scoreline 7-1. I remember the aggregate score. Yeah, it was 3-0 and 4-1. Lewandowski, Serge Gnabry were all a source of real pain. That time the gulf between Bayern and Chelsea was, well, you couldn't even measure it. On the night, Bayern have shown their class. Chelsea will have to find different solutions here. Again, Joao Pedro is just brilliant, man. I love that touch he takes after he turns. He takes that extra touch because he knows the defender is committing. So he's just pushing it forward, commits the defender, and then the defender has got nowhere but to commit the foul. That's exactly what Konrad Laimer does. And the yellow card was brandished. Here's Garnacho. Caicedo. Andres Santos. Here's Tosin. Under 5 minutes per stoppage time remain. Good play here from the Brazilians looking to combine. Andres Santos nearly threading a through pass. Here's Estevao though. To Garnacho. Chelsea looking to get a goal just before to make it uncomfortable. Garnacho's cross is pretty poor. Chalobah does well. Here's Caicedo. Again, Chelsea just trying to up the tempo and try and find a goal. Again, great feat here by Estevao. Has to be careful because Upamecano is an aggressive defender. Hold off the challenge nicely here. 4 minutes per stoppage time remain. Chelsea looking for at least a goal for a bit of respectability on the scoreline. But other than that, Bayern Munich fully deserve all 3 points to start off their Champions League campaign. Here's Garnacho. What a pass that is by Caicedo. Garnacho's ball into the box. Was looking for Joao Pedro. It was accurate. But good defending there by Bayern. Caicedo's passing. We're seeing the range here. Now with the captain's armband. We're going to try and inspire at least a goal back here. Here's Gusto. That Gusto mistake really was the killer, wasn't it? It was the final blow. Looked like at 2-1 we always have a chance, but as soon as it went to 3, no chance. I think Tom Bischoff is looking to come on here. He's getting his final instructions from company. Is it Bischoff? Biskov? I'm not sure what the German pronunciation is, but it might be Bischoff. Cucurella strong there. Elise was appealing. He wasn't going to get anything, but Garnacho trying to be direct again. Trying to go around the outside. Estevao loses his balance. It's a decent ball, really. No one attacking. Right at the 6-yard line, too. Joao Pedro had just committed. Could have been a comfortable goal for him. Tosin with a heavy touch, but turns into a decent one here. It's Alejandro Garnacho again. Garnacho! Oh, straight at Neuer. No whip whatsoever. Again, the sensible decision might have been to just lay it off to Estevao. They were far too close there. Garnacho trying to just curl that into the far corner. Good win there by Malo Gusto. Here's Estevao. It's operating as that left-hand side number 10. There's Garnacho again. He's seeing a lot of the ball here. Cole Palmer, very little in the final stages. And that's something that we need to change again. It's Palmer. What a run. And the finish is exquisite. Oh, the pick out is ridiculous. And Cole Palmer with the delicate finish. Well, Bayern are going to have an uncomfortable end to the match here. Cole Palmer gets a brace in his 100th appearance for Chelsea. Look at this for a pass. Oh, I think he might be offside. Oh, I think he is. What a finish that is. It might be just a knee. Andres Santos' through pass is special. Cole Palmer's finish. Wow, it's brilliant. That's what Andres Santos is all about. Has the goal stood? We'll just wait and see. I've already changed the scoreline. Oh, I really hope this stands. I think from Maresca's body language, it shows that it might just be offside. Oh, it's going to be chalked off. Oh, it is. Yep, Cole Palmer. I told you, I think that knee was just ahead of the play. That's a real shame. It just shows you we need more touches for Cole Palmer, and that's what was lacking right towards the end. We're into stoppage time now. Tom Bischoff and Nico Jackson coming on for 2 minutes of stoppage time. That is very little stoppage time, mind you. Serge Gnabry and Harry Kane coming off, the two players in the central areas that caused Chelsea all sorts of problems throughout the match. Nico Jackson and Tom Bischoff getting just about 90 seconds of stoppage time. Bayern Munich, home and dry. 3 points, 3 goals. Harry Kane with the brace. Cole Palmer inches away from doing the same. It's not 2 minutes of stoppage time, it's 6 minutes of stoppage time, and that's more like it. There's still not enough time to get 2 goals. This game has been wrapped up by Bayern Munich, but that Cole Palmer goal, and then just imagine 6 minutes with Chelsea giving absolutely everything towards the end with fresh legs. Could have been a different story, but wasn't to be. An own goal, a penalty, and a sloppy back pass leading to a Harry Kane goal. Bayern Munich will be once again looking to keep Chelsea at arm's length here. But we saw a crazy 2 goals in Turin when Juventus were down 4-2 at home to Dortmund, and they scored 2 goals in stoppage time. Dusan Vlahovic and Lloyd Kelly scoring in the 94th and the 96th minute. Chelsea needing something similar here. And the only complaint towards the end was I think Cole Palmer needed to see a lot more of the ball towards the end. Look at Joao Pedro, man. He's just special, and so is Cole Palmer. I mean, Joao Pedro has worked his socks off. Some of his touches, the way that he's held the ball. It's just a shame that he's going to be at the... It's another shame that he's not got shots away, has he? Oh, Caicedo's made a huge mistake. He's looking to chip Sanchez. Thankfully, he's decided to take the shot on. It was Jackson, of all the people, who tried to lob Sanchez about 50 yards. And Chelsea playing very conservative passing. I think they've pretty much resigned to their fate here. And Joao Pedro continues to battle. The number of blows that he's taken has been countless. Keeps getting up though. And here's Joao Pedro again. Cole Palmer. Beautiful pass there to Garnacho. Brings it down nicely there. Garnacho trying to go around the outside. Decent cutback. Well, Joao Pedro and Cole Palmer were waiting to pounce on it. It's Malo Gusto cut across. Well defended by Kim Min-jae. Well, Chelsea are desperate for that second goal. They want to take another goal back to Stamford Bridge. Don't think they'll get that. Bayern Munich resolute in their defense. Chelsea better in the second half. But you can't allow that kind of mistakes that we did. Estiva with the corner. Expect him to start at Old Trafford. Fully expect him to start. Chelsea need to bounce back here. A draw and a loss. Oh, there's a chance there for the shot, and it's a real mess there. And now they're looking to break. Very good challenge there by Tosin. It was on Upamecano rather. Chelsea looking for a chance. Garnacho, Joao Pedro, again yet to have a shot. Garnacho again. Oh, he's trying to do too much. Chelsea still keep the ball though. It's Cole Palmer trying to go around the outside. Cole Palmer hits it across straight into the gloves of Manuel Neuer. Well, that will be that in terms of the Chelsea resistance. Good defending there by Kim Min-jae. Oh, Cole Palmer's holding that groin again. It was the same injury that he suffered in the warm-up against West Ham. Really hope he's not aggravated that. It's a yellow card for Andre Santos, who's just swiped at Dio Upamecano. The time has run out here for Chelsea. It was not on Upamecano, it was on Jackson rather. Heavy foul there by Andre Santos. This should be the final phase of the play. The referee has had a look at his watch and he blows the full-time whistle. Bayern get the job done at home against the Club World Cup champions, and they do it in convincing fashion. Chelsea started the game well. They were on the front foot. Enzo Fernandez had a chance which was very well blocked by Konrad Laimer, but from there Bayern just oozed with class, and when going forward they were lethal, but Chelsea did hand a lot of the initiative to them. An own goal from Trevor Chalobah, a penalty conceded by Moises Caicedo on Harry Kane, who converted from the spot, and then after Cole Palmer equalized 2 minutes, well, brought a goal back 2 minutes after. In the second half Chelsea were a whole lot better, but that Malo Gusto mistake killed the game off for Chelsea. It was 3-1 then when Kane scored in the 63rd minute. Chelsea rarely threatened since then. Cole Palmer very nearly had a brace right at the end, but he was adjudged offside after Andre Santos' brilliant pick out. But Chelsea will have nothing to show after their trip to Munich. Full time here in the Allianz Arena.